Everybody, Gerone Wright here. We're back at an image in space. This is a Hubble telescope image of the Triangulum Nebula. As we had know through my previous videos that I produced and submitted here on YouTube, based on the Carina Nebula, my finds there. Okay, what I'm alleging is that in space, in these nebula masses where stars are supposed to be being created, that seeds of life are being created and sent throughout our solar system and throughout the universe in the forms of seeds. And this is how life is actually being created. Okay, I'm going to show you some of the familiar faces of what we have. I know it seems like it might be a joke now, people, but I can do this throughout space, and there are sequential order of creatures that are consistent with everything that I'm finding. What is more troubling about this, people, is that there are people right here on our planet that have these images, especially Renaissance artists, already in their paintings in the same order, and it shows you that this is the same as what is in the paintings and the encryptions in paintings that what I am finding. People, this is very troubling. You should actually be concerned. Alright, I'm going to show you through the images what I have here. I'm going to begin with the witch-like image of the Mother of Creation. Now, I'm upside down, so bear with me. This here is her chin. Okay, in her chin is the likeness of man, which is also ape. Okay, you come up. Here is her top lip area. There's her mouth right there. Okay, her nose is over here, and this little shiny spot object is her eye, and then we're coming into her forehead right there. Next to her, okay, over here, there is a likeness of this guy right here with the glowing head. Okay, I'm going to go to, when I get to the guy with the glowing head, I'm going to tell you something a little bit about him, because he's actually in petroglyphs that are ancient petroglyphs throughout our world, with those showing those points coming out, glowing, of an illumination around our world. But I'm going to get to that in a minute there. Okay, here's his likeness over, I missed it, over in her eye. Over in her other, in her, that would be her covering her left eye. Okay, that's the same likeness that is here. Now, also, people, in smaller areas, there are these images that shows you how the entire Garren Nebula is actually Emission Nebula is actually depicting these beings, this life. Okay, now these seeds of life. Okay, now here, people, the image of a lion is actually created. Open mouth lion. Where is the triangle? Okay, the triangle nose of the lion is right here, people. And in his nose there is a being. In each of his eyes there are beings. Okay, where his eyes would be, there are beings. Okay, if you go in there, there is a multi-dimensional images of beings. Now that I'm telling you this, you can go in and look. There is the open mouth of the lion, like the screaming lion, and this actually would be the would-be hair. Okay, now I'm going to turn this image again as well too. Now let's go over to this guy right here. This guy here, I have drawn other images and put it on my website of Alienufos. This guy here is a special guy here. The ghost-like image of this guy. Look. Okay, he is actually a celestial being, which I am suggesting that he is a reptilian. Okay, that calls for our creation as well too. Coming off his would be left shoulder, his arm comes around, bends up, and faces up that way. This over here is his right shoulder. His arm comes down. He's kneeling on the right cheek of the line of this matter right here. Okay, and his body is not complete as if it was his body. There, if you look into his body, there are the many celestial faces of other beings that create his body. In other words, his body is made up of bodies of and heads and images of other creatures that he actually led to actually contributing to creating. Okay, now because we only have a few minutes here, I can't go into detail everything. Over here, here's another witch-like image of the woman, the mother of creation, here in the celestial mass. Her chin, her teeth, her nose, her eye. People, the entire Emission Nebula has these celestial faces in sequential order of how we actually came to be. These are creations. Now I'm going to show. Oh, it's all the way in the back room. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. All right. Now here, look, another celestial creature coming in. Okay, consistent with that of a lizard reptile right there, and then there's the face, lips, chin, okay, of what we can identify of what we actually look like. Now I'm going to bring in something else here and bring in something closer. Okay, I'm going to show you. Let me see what we have here. Here's another image of that woman. I'm going to bring in. All right, I might have to come in closer. I'm going to come in closer. Take a look at that for a minute there. And look at that, people. Now that I showed you that. Look at that. Take a look at that. You see that? You see that witch-like woman's face right there? Okay. It shows what creations that she is responsible for. Okay, and I'm telling you now, people, that we are in for a real big shocker here. Now, where we at? I'm going to show you, I'm going to come in closer and I'm going to show you something else, and I'm going to leave it here while I go grab something else right quick. Look at this, people. Look at this. Look at these creatures. Can you actually see them? That I've actually, I'm going to come in a little closer. Look at that, people. You can Google the image now. The Garren Triangular Emission Nebula Emission. Look at that, people. It seems like a joke at first until you realize that it is all there. Look at that. What is most compelling is this being right here. If you Google the image and go in on it, you will see the mouth, the eyes, okay, and everything is there, people. And then if you start looking in closer at these eyes, you will start seeing the many faces and looking at them as you start identifying with this here, and then looking into the celestial body of this being, and then start looking into the eyes of this, what I identified as being a celestial lion in the gas matter. Look at the lion's nose, and then the mouth. If you start looking in these areas, people, you will start seeing the celestial faces of the other beings that are actually present. Okay, now I'm going to bring in that guy again, and I'm going to show you something. Are we there? Okay, we're there. Now, I wonder if you can see this, because this is a little dark, and if you're looking over here, people, okay, you should be able to see it. There's a mouth, and you will see teeth. Look at that area right there for a minute. I'm going to go grab another image, and I'll look at that, because if you Google that image, you would be able to see the same thing. Okay, now I'm back. What else do we have here? I want to show you something else. Okay, I want to show you something else. There's more to this mask than you could possibly ever imagine. Okay, now I want to show you something else. I want to bring this up, and okay, off over to this side over here. Now remember, there's the mother of creation. Her image I showed you is here, where the chin is with the ape and all of that. It shows you how coming off. Now this would be her would-be forehead right here in the larger image, which is right here. Her forehead would be down up in here. And where are we at over here? Well, anyway, okay, up in here. This is her forehead area right there. Okay, you see her image. Now, over here, coming off of her forehead, you will see the creation of how ape actually came. Man which actually came off of her, okay? And it actually begins down and closer, down in here. There's a mouth there, and then it shows you how the ape is actually created, and it shows you going around, and it gets larger and larger and larger, until finally you'll see the image of ape as well, okay? Now, people, I'm gonna tell you something. This is not a joke. This is something that's very serious, and you have to actually go in, and once you get drawn into the image and you start looking at it, and they're multidimensional images, this is why you cannot see them, because it takes a minute for you to rationalize that they are even there in the first place. And once you accept the fact that they are there, then you can sort them out. That is the key to this. You have to be able to separate these multidimensional images. Now, I know the sequential order of them, so it is easy for me. Once I'm drawn to it, it's a wrap. Okay, I can go in and just start. And this is how these Renaissance artists became famous for their drawings, and this is why their drawings look so unique, but yet so compelling. So, well, what is this? Why are we drawn to this? It's because they have these underlining images of what you actually see here. Which brings me to, well, hold on, this. Upside down. Now, we're taking the Triangulum emissions. It is actually this way. I'm showing it to you that way right now. I'm going to turn it upside down, and this is what we have there. Okay, upside down. Let me get this out of there. Upside down, what is there, people, is, okay, you have the head of a reptilian there, which is actually a dinosaur. You can see the scales in this guy's face, mouth. The teeth is there. You can see the scales. Okay, that would be the would-be eye. Okay, which is the open mouth of the lion, which is turned upside down. Then, if you come over here, people, there is a clear face of a reptilian right there. Okay, and on the back head of the reptilian, you will see the image and likeness of an ape. There's actually a larger, it creates the larger head of an ape image. Okay, and however, these two beings you will actually see automatically. Spin that image upside down the way I am now. That reptilian guy with the glowing head is upside down. Right here, he's there. There's his head. I spun it over upside down. This is the mouth of the lion. You turn it upside down, people. This creates the eye and the head of a reptile, of a dinosaur. You will see the scales in all, people, in the snout area, and you will actually see portions of the teeth. Okay, and we get the heads of these creatures. Now, that's another thing in these celestial bodies. You only get the heads. You don't get the full bodies of it, okay? But you, as you would go into this, people, you would start identifying with everything that I'm telling you here. Look at the rest of my videos, and you'll understand a lot of this and why this is actually coming to be. Go on to my other videos, people. I have, this is like, I think, my 30-second video that I have here on YouTube on my Geroneification channel, and check it out. Now, what's unique about this is that this reptilian, like dinosaur, has that celestial being, man, in his, which would be, it shows you would be in his head, in his body. Then there's these other creatures, okay, reptilian-like creatures, and the image of ape. Now, what's unique about this, people, is that the 15th century image created by, I think it's, 17th century image created by William Blake of Sir Isaac Newton, is identical, people, to that. Look, the scales of the dinosaur, there's the dinosaur, shows you all of these other images up in there. Newton is sitting in the dinosaur's mouth, okay, showing you that Newton's in the head of the dinosaur, okay, and I have a video on this as well here too, people, and it shows you what happens. Look, let me show you the ape. There's the ape right there, image right there, people. That's encrypted in the rock of this image right there. And look how William Blake made Sir Isaac Newton's body over exaggerated with muscles, so it actually creates the scale of the dinosaur. It shows you how this man evolved from that. And then Newton here is showing how the genetics of this beast is being sent out across the globe, okay, which is in the form of genetic, which this represents the genetics of this being here. There's the nut sacs there, and this represents the semen, the genetics of the dinosaur, showing how life has been created. Now, people, I'm out of minutes here, and I can't always stay here, but look at this, people. Go look at the Garren Emission. I'm telling you, this is another discovery of mine. If you want to know how you were created, it is all right here. Okay, my name is Gerone Wright. You can find me here. Just Google my name and all my videos will come up. Gerone Wright. That's GeroneWright. I'm going to put a little bit of footnote with this as well, too. I'm out, people. I hope you enjoy my video, and there's a whole lot more to come.